No, no, no.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
yes.
fine. Nothing wrong.
Yes, my lord. Um, reference has been made to photos that Constable Zungu used those photos to identify the accused.
Yeah.
Yesterday, we referred to the evidence of Constable Zungu where he testified that there were two photos that he received from Gwabani's phone. He sent those photos to his phone,
Yeah, yeah.
and that he used those photos to identify the accused to Lieutenant Colonel Lishabani. But those photos are not before court, and they were not used in court. So we don't know if those are the photos that Mr. Ntanzi is referring to. Then there are 18 photos, my lord,
Yeah.
that were introduced during the evidence of Warrant Officer Ndlovu, and those photos serve as Exhibit DD4B. When Constable Zungu testified, these photos were not yet introduced. They were only introduced in June of last year, and Constable Zungu testified in September of 2023. So he did not refer to any photos of accused number 2. So the assertion that Constable Zungu referred to photos of the accused to identify them, and we make this with the greatest of respect, is not correct. No photos of the accused were used during his evidence. he only referred to those 2 photos which he says he sent to himself from the phone of Gwabeni, and for the sole purpose of showing them to Lieutenant General Lishabani. Then, my lord, the photos that are referred to in the statement of Constable Zungu, which serves before this court as an exhibit, and these photos are only in respect of accused number 3, no other accused. And in his affidavit, he makes clear that when he compiled the statement, the photo album, he was shown the photo album and asked if he can identify accused number 3, which, and he then refers to the numbers in the photo album, and that photo album subsequently served as Exhibit S before this court. And even so, my lord, those photos are not disputed at all. In fact, Advocate Nis is on record as saying that those photos are not being disputed. We're just looking for that. Yeah, it's on page 68, the proceedings of 7 September 2023, line 16, where Advocate Nisi says, just to say, probably to assist my colleague here, with all the photos that are being placed here in court where accused 3 appears with the witness, dreadlocks tied at the back with a wool, I do not think that is in dispute, my lord. Photos do not lie. This is just to assist my colleague. He can spend the whole day trying to say that it is accused 3, accused 3, accused 3, and at the end of the day, it's him, specifically with the hair that's appearing on photos. So these photos that Constable Zungu referred to in his affidavit were filed in the docket, and he used those photos in the compilation of his statement, and these photos are not being disputed, my lord. So this is the information that we can place before court regarding the photos. But we want to emphasize that no photos of accused number 2 were used were used by Constable Zungu when he testified. That is not correct, my lord.
Yeah. Any other comment, Mr. Ogalel? You haven't commented about this court, as this witness put it.
My lord, I'm not going to comment on that, but what is noteworthy is that the statement of Constable Zung was obtained on the 31st of May 2023. He testified on sometime in September, on the 7th of September 2023. So my submission is that when the affidavit of Constable Zung was obtained, he had already had sight of the photos, especially he mentions in paragraph 21 that there was also a photo of accused number 4, my client.
But the crux of the point we are arguing, if we are, all of you received the dockets, the contents of the docket, didn't you?
Yes, we did.
All of you received the contents of the docket in terms of State versus Shabalala,
Yes, we did.
Constitutional Court.
Yes.
All of you received the documents before they come to court here. So mina ngazi ngenza ubugebengu kanjani by allowing what the Constitution says I must allow. There have been instances here where evidence came late. I can even quote the evidence of Mr. Potgieter. You remember? The AVL evidence. Hello?
Dupree, Mr. Dupree.
Is this Dupree?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It came late, that evidence. And this court was lenient enough to give you all the time you need to discuss the evidence with Mr. Dupree.
Yes, even the evidence of photos exhibit S came late because
That's it,
we had
yeah.
to consult.
So there's no evidence which came here which took you by surprise because somebody called Mokhwatleng when's ubugebengu. And I take strong exception to that. You know, I'm the most senior black judge in criminal law in South Africa. Most senior, without exception. Even the judges in the Constitutional Court and the judges in the in the SCA, no one is senior to me in criminal law. No one. Anybody wants to comment with what Mr. Baloi is saying?
Well, I'm noting the fact that the court has already made the ruling. Then if we're not happy about what just transpired before lunch, we welcome to take the court on appeal. We've noted that, my lord. On that point, I thought that the matter would have ended there.
Yeah, no, fine. Because if I hadn't said, listen to Mr. Baloi, I was also going to have problems. Baloi magakhuluma bayamlalela mara thina abazivumeli ukuthi si reply. So I give everybody a chance.
As I'm proceeding, my lord, as I'm saying, I would have thought that the matter would have ended there. I'm a bit flabbergasted when the state stands up and say it wants to address certain issues which emanated before lunchtime, because then that simply serves to dilute the order that was made by the court. When the court says, no, I'm closing the matter, if you're not happy, you can take it up on appeal. I'm not so sure whether I need to have a further comment in validating that irregularity.
Okay, fine, no
But
problem.
one thing though, my lord, is that I think this whole debacle stems from what the witness, Mr. Ntanji, said under oath there when he specifically referred to Mr. Zongo having mentioned in his statement the number of photos. He speaks about photos and their numbering in the order that was presented to us. What I understood it to mean, and that is my firm conviction on that one, is that as and when Mr. Zungu was preparing a statement, somebody had also shown him other exhibits, which are these photos, thereby trying to create a certain narrative already of the evidence that would have been brought here at court by the state. That is basically all that what we're saying, because it is very strange for a witness who is expected to independently make a recollection of the event in his statement as he saw it then, to come and also mention other parts of the evidence which are in possession of the state and specifically refer to those exhibits which are ultimately being brought to court here.
And there's nothing, let me tell you, there is nothing wrong with it. The state is entitled to consult with the witnesses the state is going to lead. It's entitled. Baloyi and the doctor here, you can show any of the evidence you intend to lead. The problem comes when I am being accused that this Gebeng. You can, even you guys also, you can bring any evidence, but this court doesn't take evidence which has not been led in court. That evidence must be led in court, but the state is allowed to consult with any witness they want. And if that witness actually sees the documents that he is going to be led on, there is no problem, because he's a witness of the state. That's what the law says, not me.
The court further says that apparently there were utterances to the effect that this court is it's a crook.
Yeah, that's the imputation.
I don't know who said that, my lord, at what point.
Bugebengu. That's what you're trying to say. No bugebengu. Now, bugebengu, you know, this is a televised process. People are sitting there, they are listening to a witness calling me, and I keep quiet. Then it goes on social media, and people talk all sorts of things.
Let me proceed, my lord.
Jesus.
I think there was a bit of a, not really a bit, there was a huge misunderstanding that the court had with regard to what Mr. Ntanzi said. Remember, this is an interaction between Mr. Ntanzi and the state. Mr. Ntanzi has always been saying, and actually this stems from what was happening at Phokeng, where that aspect that we dealt with yesterday and we referred to it as something very irrelevant to this case, it came back to now show its ugly face because it was condoned to happen. But Ntanzi never referred to the court that the court is a crook. Ntanzi has always been saying that, look, the investigating officers in this case, they went to Phokeng and told the court at Phokeng, through charging me and taking me to court, that they found bullets in my possession. But what transpired in the trial is that the court requested them to bring the exhibits that they allegedly found in my possession, and they failed with distinctions. According to him, that constitutes unfairness.
Okay, fine.
That constitutes that thuggery. But Ntanzi never said that this court is what the court referred to it is. In fact, he said, at this court, to show that at least there's a measure of justice, if I understood him, there was a firearm that was displayed at this court as an exhibit that was forfeited somewhere or that was found somewhere. It had to be displayed here at this court. But at Pukeng, investigating officers in this case failed to do that, my lord. I at no stage heard him saying that there could be thuggery on the part of this court. We can listen the record 1,000 times, he never said that, my lord. But we're taking note of the fact that we can take this issue up on appeal.
Yes,
Thank you.
please, by all means. Yes, Mr. Masuki.
President Court, please, my lord, my colleagues have said a mouthful. And I agree with Advocate Munisi that Mr. Ntanzi has never attributed any wrongdoing or criminality to the Honorable Court or his lordship personally, my lord. The line of questioning this morning from Advocate Baloyi that necessitated the answer from Mr. Ntanzi was that, do you mean to say you were taken to Pukeng despite that you saying bullets were not found at your place? And Ntanzi said, yes, that's criminality. I was framed. The people who are doing the framing, according to what I understood from Mr. Ntanzi, my lord, was the investigating officers, not this court. And that was the line of questioning this morning related to the investigation of the Tlhabane case, my lord. I'll take it there, but if there's an imputation that my client said to this court that the court is a crook, his lordship is a crook, I'll be the first one, my lord, to tender the sincerest apology, both on behalf of Mr. Ntanzi and myself, my lord, as the court proceeds. Okay.
Okay, thanks. Can we start then? If we're going to start.
Akangenisongela kafushane ke kwakulungiswa qondiswa inkulumo ethize ukuthi ngathi kube nokungazisisana ngoba kuzwakala kwangathi ke umehluleli lento iye yamkhuba yamphatha kabi ngoba uzwa kwangathi ngendlela okuphenduleke ngayo kuthiwa kule nkantolo kwenzeka ubugebengu ngendlela kwenzeka ngayo manje sengiyasonga ngingasayi kuwo wonke ama-details bayiqondisa ke abameli bathi cha nkosi enkantolo mhlawumbe ayizwakalanga kahle kodwa ngendlela ezwakale ngayo uNtanzi ubekhuluma ngamaphoyisa endaweni yasePhukeni umebuzwa ukuthi usho ukuthi labantu bathe utholakala nenhlavu bahamba bavulela icala benza konke babhala konke lokho ungakakwenzile ukuthi yebo lokho kwakuyisenzo sebugebengu ukuthi angizange ngithi umehluleli wenza ubugebengu uyasho ke ummeli wakho eNtanzi ekugcineni ukuthi ke uma kusho ukuthi kuzwakale kwangathi usho njalo uma ngabe ukushilo uyena owokucala uzothanda ukuthi andlulise ukuxolisa enkosini kodwa akushoyo enkosini enkantolo akushoyo ukuthi akunjalo waye ungaqondisile kumehluleli ukuthi kulungile ke umehluleli ukuthi kuyasaleni sichubeka ke sidlule kulolu daba.
Yes, Mr.
Yes, abasho ukuthi uphendula bese ngikusongela nje ukuthi kwenzekani kafushane ukhumbula ukuthi usafungile weNtanzi.
Yeah.
The witness has been reminded that he's still under oath, my lord.
Okay.
You understand?
Mr. Ntanzi, you recall that what gave rise to the debate was the proposition that we put to you that there's a golden thread. And those are the words that we use. We say there's a golden thread that weaves through the evidence of the following witnesses. We said Mr. Tumelo Madlala, we said Ms. Zandi Kumalo, and we also mentioned Constable Sizwe Zungu.
Usokhumbula ke weNtanzi ukuthi into evuse yonke lendaba ukuthi sithe kuwena kube nesingathekiso umsebenzi umshushisi asebenzisile wathi kukhona izici ezithize ezifanayo ebufakazini bawufakazi enkulumeni yobufakazi bawo khona izici ezithize of into ezithize abazishoyo ezifanayo ezihamba ngokufanayo phecelezi ngoluka George kuthiwa i-golden thread ebufakazini buka Zandi Khumalo, ebufakazini buka, can you remind me the names, I'm sorry? Zandi Khumalo,
and Tumelo Madlala,
Tumelo Madlala,
and Constable Sizo Zungu.
ku Constable Sizo Zungu. Uyakhumbula ukuthi le ndaba isuke ngenkathi umshushisi esho njalo. Athi kunezimpawu ezifanayo. Yes, I hear that.
We then referred you to the evidence of Mr. Tumelo Madlala in this regard on page 50. Just to recap, on page 57, during the proceedings of 7 August 2023, line 14, where he said, what I could say is that it was a hoodie jacket because when he entered the house, he was having a hoodie on his head. And he was tall in comparison with the one that had dreadlocks.
Sase siyabuthinta ke lobo bufakazi obuthanda ukuthi abufane ebufakazini babo. Saqala ngoTumelo Madlala sathi ebufakazini abuthula nge7 zika August 2023 saya ekhasini noma ku page 57 ku line number 14 lapho achaza khona ukuthi ngambona efake egqoka impahla enehudu enalesi sigqoke noma ehlangane nesigqoko esimboza ekhanda kusukela ngemuva ihudu ngizobiza ngehudu ngiyathemba so uyazwisisa ukuthi ngisho uTumelo Madlala uye washo lokho sengikukhumbuza nje ngiyabuyekeza ukuthi ke yiziphi lezo zimpawu engiye ngaziphawula ebufakazini babo. Yes, I hear that.
And we also referred you to the evidence of Ms. Zandi Khumalo on page 48 of the proceedings of 19 July 2023, where he said that, and we referred to line 22, suspect 2 is the one that had a hoodie, following the one with dreadlocks.
Ngabuya futhi ngaphawula ngathi noZandi Khumalo naye umefakaza ngezi-19 zika November 2023 ekhasini u48 ku line number 22 kuthi naye uye waphawula ukuthi umsolo wesibili uyena owayegqoke lesambatho esinalento esibiza ngokuthi yihudi elandela lona owayenezinwele zohlobo lwama dreadlocks. Yes, I'm listening.
And the debate arose as a result of the comments that you made when we also referred you to the evidence of Constable Sizwe Zungu, wherein we drew your attention to the fact that his testimony was that you initially had a black hoodie and that you went to change and wore a gray hoodie.
Kwavuka impikiswano kwenkantolo emva kokuthi ke wena usuphawulile ngemva kokuthi ke ngishilo ukuthi noZungu naye uye waveza amaphuzu afanayo ebufakazini bakhe wathi ecaleni wawugqoke ke ihudu emnyama wase uyashintsha ke ugqoka egrey.
And we referred you to the evidence of Constable Sizwe Zungu as per the record of 7 September 2023, page 21, where at line 7, Constable Zungu testified as follows. I then noticed that he had changed jackets, that he was now wearing a gray jacket from a black. He then looked at me from underneath the jacket as to whether could I see him. He then went past and went into the very same rooms where the others were.
Ngase ngiyacaphuna ke ngolobufakazi bukaZungu ukuthi yiloba abuthula ngomhla zi-7 kuSeptember 2023 ku page 21 wenkulumo eyayibhalwa phansi isuselwa kulena eyayirekhodiwe ku line number 7 lapho aphawula khona ukuthi wandlula. Can I please read that part? He then went past. It's a bit long. Thank you. Lapho athi khona 7. Lapho athi khona ngase ngiyabona ukuthi ushintshe amajacket ukuthi manje usegqoke egrey ukusuka kwemnyama. Wayesengibheka engihlola ngaphansi kwalelo bhantshi ukuthi ngiyambona yini. Wayesedlula-ke wadlula waqonda kulo lona lelo kamelo futhi abanye bebekulo.
So that is all that we were putting to you when you then made the comment that gave rise to the issues that arose before the lunch hour. But the point here that we're making is that there's a recurring theme in the evidence of all these three witnesses, namely that you were wearing a hoodie. That is all.
Lokho kuphela konke-ke uye wathi uma sewuphawula kuko kwase kuvuka yonke le mpikiswano eyabakhona enkantolo. Kodwa-ke iphuzu engangizama ukuluveza kuwena la ukuthi kuloko kufakazwe yilabo ofakazi uTumelo Madlala, uZandile Khumalo, uSizwe Zungu, lokho engikuqaphelele kona kukhona inkulumo eloku iziphindaphinda efana nayo okuyinkulumo ethi wawugqoke ihoodie.
Nkosenkantolo, okokuqala nje mina uZungu angimazi Nkosenkantolo, ngiqala ukumbona mayengena lapha ekhotini.
Firstly, I do not know Zungu. I saw him for the first time when he come into this court.
Ngisho ebufaneni azange sadibana, ngisho emahlangeni azaze sadibana mina naye.
Even during our youth time, I never encountered him. And umawuthi emahlangeni usho yini?
Ngisho kweluseni lapho kuluswa khona inkomo azange sadibana emahlangeni mina naye.
Even during the time where supposedly we were shepherding cattle, we never met before in the earlier ages.
Ngiphendulele ka Zandi noTumelo Nkosenkantolo.
Then I would respond to Zandi and Tumelos.
Nkosenkantolo bathi kwangena umuntu oyegqoke ijacket emnyama kwaKhumalo, mina akaze ngiye kwaKhumalo Nkosenkantolo, angazi nakwazi.
My Lord, they allege that a person who intruded was wearing
Episholo emnyama ushate emnyama.
was wearing a black item. I never went to the Khumalos, my Lord.
Bathi wayenetshebe, mina nganganetshebe 2014 Nkosenkantolo.
And they said the person had a beard. And during 2014, my Lord, I did not have any beard.
And the further proposition that we wish to make to you is the fact that their evidence that you were wearing a hoodie is supported by the evidence of Sergeant Mohani and Sergeant Mohola that when they went to your room on the 19th of June 2020, they found hoodies in your cupboard, in your wardrobe, sorry.
Ukuqhubekela phambili ke ubufakazi babo obuthi wawugqoke ihoodie besekwa ubufakazi bukaMohane kanye noMoholo bona abafakazi ukuthi uma beye kamelweni lakho ngezi-19 sika June 2020 bathola ihoodie ekamelweni ewardrobe yakho.
Nkosenkantolo ngithithi akulona iqiniso lelo.
My Lord, that is not true.
Akulona iqiniso Nkosenkantolo indlu yami yasesha, akaze kuseshwe indlu yami, ayikho nje yahleselwa sendlini.
That my house was searched. It was never searched. No house of mine in Rustenburg was ever searched.
Bona bathi bathola ithombe zami ngigqoka amatroksuit efonini yami, hayi ukuthi basesha indlu yami. Mhlambe ngabe lapho ngiphendula impendulo engcono la ivele kwafanele bayithola ithombe efonini yami ngoba ifoni yayikubo.
They must just say that they found photos of mine in my phone depicting me wearing ugqokeni?
ngigqokile vele ama-tracksuit ey'thombeni zami
Wearing tracksuits in those pictures.
hhayi ukuthi baseshe indlama kulona iqiniso
Not that they searched my house. That is not true.
Now, Mr. Ntanzi, we have referred you to their evidence in this regard, and those are the only points that we wanted to buttress, that you have three witnesses who say you were wearing a hoodie, and their evidence is supported by two police officers who went to search your house or your room on the 19th of June 2020 and found hoodies in your wardrobe. That is the only points we wanted to make.
Yeah, amaphuzu noma iphuzu bengifuna ukuliveza la ukuthi ke ubufakazi bawo lamaphoyisa ngikhombisile ukuthi butholakala kuliphi ikhasi kwapha ama-line. Ngakho ke ngithi ke kuwena ngikhombisile ubufakazi obethule ofakazi abathathu esengibashilo besekwa ubufakazi balawo maphoyisa amabili maqondana nendaba yamahudu ngoba laba bathi wawugqoke ihudu laba ababili bathi bathola amahudu ewardrobe yakho ekamelweni lakho.
ingakho ngithi phambi kosenkantolo kulona iqiniso lelo
Hence I'm saying, my lord, that is not true.
uma ngithule ngimamela kahle inkulumo yethula phambi kwekhodi uma ungifundela uthi umhani nomhula babayofuna i-tracksuit egreen uphinde uthi endlini yami
If I listen to you well, what you are saying before this court, you are saying Mohane and Mukhula were going to seek for a tracksuit of mine, which is green.
bathi bayibona i-tracksuit egreen yini indaba bengayithathanga benza ufakazi ngayo ekhodi nathi i-tracksuit egreen esiyithole endlini yakho
Enjani green noma
egreen waye bengayithathanga bezokhombisa ikhodi nayo i-tracksuit esayithole
Mantazi,
endlini
ufuna
yakho
uzwahle ukuthi e-grey noma e-green.
bathi egreen angami egreen kakusho bona
Egreen.
yeah
And they said that they saw that green tracksuit. Why did they not take that tracksuit and brought it before the court as an exhibit to say, here is the tracksuit?
ngoba bathi bona babewufuna yena i-tracksuit egreen bayitholileka uma kusho bona yini indaba bengayithathanga beyikhombisa ikhodi benze exhibit nayo lapha ekhodi
Because they are the ones who are saying that they were going to seek for a green tracksuit. Why did they not take it and bring it to court as an exhibit to show it to the court?
uma ukuthi-ke bangena endlini yami basesha ngeqiniso elimsulwa phambi kwekhodi
If it is true, what they are alleging, that they went into my house and searched,
No, so their evidence was that they went to look for the hoodie as per Exhibit BB. We'll show you that exhibit now. And the evidence was that they couldn't find this particular hoodie as depicted on Exhibit BB.
ubufakazi babo bafakaze ngokuthi bona babeyofuna ke nansi ihoodie eboniswa la kuleli phepha eliwubufakazi inombolo BB. Bathe uma abafakazi abayitholanga ke le eboniswa kuleli phepha eliwubufakazi BB engikhombisa yona manje leli phepha.
mina ngibuka yonke into emnyama la umuntu lo odotshela mnyama into emnyama nenwele ezivela lapha ezimnyama
Yeah, when I look at this exhibit BP, I see everything is black here. The person who drawn here is black. The hair itself is black. Everything here is black, just dark.
Yes, that is the exhibit that they say they went to look for at your room.
Yibona bufakazi ke lobo usho le hood. Bebathi bebayofuna yona ke erumini lakho.
yona le gqoke lento engibona phambi kwami.
I'm referring to the one I'm seeing on
This
this
one,
exhibit.
yes.
But nayo ke, ubonise kumsakazo.
Oh yiyo le manje lo muntu lo egqokile ubani lo lona
Oh.
namarasta lo netshebe noswayi nophelele yonke indawo.
Yes, is that the one? And the one wearing it, who is he alleged to be? The one who is alongside the Rasta one, and who has got a beard there.
Yes, we then referred you to the evidence of Sergeant Mohola on page 5 during the proceedings of 21 November 2023, wherein she testified as follows, my lord, the item was not found. He then said that it could be where he was working, my lord, or at home in Nogoma.
Bese ngiyakukhombisa ke ubufakazi obubhalwe phansi buthathwa kulobo bucotshiwe recorded buka Mohola lana ke ku page 5 lathi khona leyo nto ayizange ithobe wayesethi yena kungenzeka ilapho asebenza khona noma ekhaya kwaNongoma.
Kusenkantolo akulona iqiniso nangalolo langa kusenkantolo azange ngikhulume nomhula.
It is not true, my lord. Even on that particular day, I never spoke to Mohola.
And we also referred you to Exhibit J, page 5 of Exhibit J. The statement of Makaleni to Warrant Officer Steenkamp where he also refers to the fact that suspect B had a black hoodie.
Ngase ngikukhombisa futhi ke ubufakazi isiqephu J page 5 wayo lapho uMakaleni achazele khona uSteenkamp ukuthi ke umsolwa uB wayegcoke ihudu emnyama.
Yebo ngiyakuzwa basho lo muntu babembona hayi mina ngangingekho lapho Nkosenkantolo.
Yes, I hear you. They are describing the person they were seeing, not me. I was not there. Was not present there.
Yes, there is a point that we are making that all these people talk about the hoodie, and when the police went to your place to look for the hoodie that's depicted in Exhibit BB, they found other hoodies in your cupboard.
Ya kodwa iphuzu engizakulona la engizama ukulikhombisa ukuthi bonke labofakazi bakhuluma ngehoodie. So amaphoyisa uma ekamelweni lakho ufuna ihoodie athola amanye amahoodie akhona.
Okusho ukuthi lapha emhlabeni eSouth Africa fanele ngithenge impahla ngalendlela engizwa ngayo inkulumo lekhunya uthi bathola amahudi fanele ngigqoka impahla ngikhethelwa yibo phambi manje emhlabeni.
Does that imply that here on earth, particularly in South Africa, I must not buy certain clothes? They must choose the type of clothes that I must buy. The way I understand it.
Now, you have just made a comment that the investigating team, and I suppose referring to Sergeant Mohola and Sergeant Mukhani, that they found photos on your phone depicting you wearing a hoodie. Is that your evidence?
Oh, kade kusho ukuthi ke Lamaphoyisa uMogola noMogane bathola iy'thombe efonini yakho. Sikhomba ugcoke ihood. Kunjani?
zikhona vele ithombe athi bayitholile efoni yami ethombe ngalesikhathi bethatha ifoni yami.
There are photos present. They found photos after they took my phone.
Two propositions as far as that is concerned. Firstly, it was not put to them that they are saying that they found hoodies or that they did not find hoodies in your wardrobe. Their observation is based on the fact that they saw photos of the hoodies on your phone. That was not put to them.
Ngenkathi befakaza akuzange kushiwo kubona. Amagama kuthiwa abameli bakho ngenkathi kufakaza uma sibabuza umbuzo akuzange kushiwo kubona ukuthi anizange nithola amahoodi kwakhe kepha ke niwathole efonini akuzange kushiwo lo.
Yimi engitshela ikhodi kanjani.
I'm the one who's now telling the court about that.
Okwesibili mina mangihleli lapho ummeli wami une-right yokuthi aseshe i-witness ngendlela azoyisesha ngayo. Mina ithe ikhodi angene ebhokisini sizoziphendulela. Lezi itsolo esithwesa ngazo amacala esithwesa ngingenele ebhokisini ngiyasikhulumela.
Secondly, if I'm seated there at the accused dock, my representative have a right to question or search the witness in whatever way that they prefer. So when I now get into the witness stand, I then am here to tell or to narrate it myself.
Can we then proceed on the evidence of Constable Sizwe Zungu? We wish to turn to page 24.
Ake siqhubeke ke siyeke kule kaZungu siye ku page 24.
The last two sentences is page 24 of the evidence of Constable Sizwe Zungu on the 7th of September 2023. It's lines 24 and 25.
Sabheka lamaphepha. Page 24.
Page 24.
Yes. Ubufakazini bukaZungu bange-7 zika September 2023.
The last two lines, Constable Zungu, okay. Whilst we were still standing inside there, Muzi then took out, a t-shirt that he was wearing, and his evidence continues on page 25. If I remember well, it was red and held it in his hand.
Ufunda lapha ke umshushisi uZungu uthi okay sisemile lapho ngaphakathi umuzi wathatha wakhipha usho njalo uthi sorry uthi ke i-t-shirt yokuthina sikubiza ngesikipa ngesintu i-t-shirt ayigqokile uma ngikhumbula kahle yayibomvu wayibamba esandleni sakhe.
Kusenkantolo ngangingekho lapho.
I was not present, my lord.
He then says, or testify that Muzi is accused number 1. And he said, if I remember well, there was just something to stand on that he pulled. And in his hand, he was carrying a bottle. Then he put it like this, have you heard? And at line 10, have you heard that Meiwa is no more.
Uyachubeka ke uZungu uthi ke uma ngikhumbula kahle uthi ke umuzi umangalelo oqala lapho washo ukuthiza wathi to stand on that he pulled wathi ukuma kuloko and wayesedonsa esandleni sakhe wayephethe ibhodlela wayeselibeka kanjena wayesethi uzwile wathi uzwile ukuthi uMeyiwa akasekho.
Nkosi enkantolo ngangingekho mina lapho.
My Lord, I was not present there.
Then at page 28, still on the 8th of September 2023, during cross-examination by counsel, Mr. Ramusepeli at line 10, the following proposition was put to Constable Zungu. Accused 2 will state that at the time of the shooting incident of the deceased, Mr. Senzo Meiwa, he was employed at Sibanye, Stillwater in Carltonville, and for that weekend he had obtained unpaid leave from the 27th of October 2014 to the 31st of October 2014. He responded as follows at line 22, Mr. Zungu. There is nothing that I can say. I know nothing about his employment, but what I do know is that I saw him on the 26th of October 2014.
Must be ekhasini ke lika 28 ngesi-8 sika September 2023. Lapho ke ummeli ebeka lenkulumo wathi umangalelo wesibili uzosho ukuthi ngenkathi kwenzeka lesenzo sokudutshulwa noma sokudubula ukudutshulwa kukamufi uSenzo Meiwa yena wayesebenza eSibanye Stillwater eCarltonville and ngaleyo mpelasonto wathola lokho kubizwa nge-unpaid leave ukuba ukuba sekhefini elingakhokhelwa ukusukela ngomhla ka-27 ku-October 2014 kufikela ngezi-31 zika-October 2014. Wayesephendula ngale ndlela-ke uZungu wathi akukho engakusho angazi lutho ngomsebenzi wakhe kodwa-ke engikwaziyo yilokho ukuthi ngambona ngezi-26 zika-October 2014.
Ngiphendule nje la Nkosi enkantolo.
To respond in this, my Lord,
Ngokusobala Nkosi enkantolo kungishilo ukuthi mina uZungu angimazi naye akangazi. Nayi i-answer la aphendula ngayo uBaba Ramusipili iyayikhomba vele ukuthi akangazi. Mina ngakithi akekho umuntu ongangazi ngisebenza imayini.
it's obvious now that this confirms what I said, that Zungu does not know me. Here is the answer, his response to Mr. Ramusipili. Uthi ekhaya kwenza njani? Uthi akekho umuntu ongakwazi
Akekho umuntu ongangazi mina ngakithi ngisebenza imayini.
ngakini usho ekhaya.
Emakhaya nje esigodini sangakithi noma ngaya kuphi kuphi akekho umuntu ongangazi abangazi ukuthi ngisebenza imayini.
All people who are from my home state, days or from my district or home state, no one, there's not a single person who does not know that I work for the mines.
Ngiphinde ngiphendulileyo ukugcina ukuthi uthena wayenami. Mina Nkosi enkantolo ngangazange benozungu uZungu angimazi ngiqala ukumbona lapha ecourt mayengena.
But to respond to the last part of his answer here, that he said he was with me, I don't know Zungu at all. I saw him for the first time when he came into this court.
Ngoba mina ngangeke ngihlale ngambona umngane wami uGwabini kube ngangikhona. Futhi ngangizofikela kuye uGwabini umngane wami kube ngangikhona lapho. Ngoba yena umuntu engimaziyo ngumngane wami.
If I was present, there was no way that I would miss seeing my friend Kwabini. I would have seen Kwabini if I was present there.
Njengoba na uGwabini engena ngitshela icourt ukuthi mina ngimazi ukuthi uhlala lapho uqinisile angimazi uhlala lapho.
Even Kwabini himself came to court and said that I do not even know where he resides. And he's telling the truth on that. I don't know where he resides.
Then Councillor Mr. Ramasipili put the proposition there in the last sentence that when you knock off from your morning shift on the 25th of October, you embarked on your trip to Nongoma, to Kohlokolo. And he says Nongoma, that's where you come from. And the proposition then goes, so he was not in Gauteng that weekend of the 25th, 26th, 27th, when this incident occurred. Constable Zungu responded, he is telling lies.
Wayeseveza lenkulumo ke ummeli wakho wabeka lenkulumo kuZungu wathi wena uma ushayisa ekseni uphuma ku shift yasekuseni ngezi 25 zika October wavele wagibela wathatha uhambo oluqonde kwaNongoma wathi eKhohlokolo kwaNongoma lapho uvela khona washo ke ummeli wakho eqhubeka esho ukuthi wawungekho eGoli ngaleyo mpela sonto yangezi 25 26 27 uma kwenzeka lesi sehlakalo uZungu wamphendula ummeli wakho ngokuthi hayi uqamba manga.
Kose ngatola ngangengekho uyuzungu onamanga ngoba mina ngimazi.
My Lord, I was not present. It is him, Zungu, who is lying, because I do not know him.
Now, at page 30, still on the 8th of September 2023, at line 10, Mr. Ramasipili put the following proposition to him. Accused 1 and 2 deny any involvement in the killing of the deceased Senzo Meiwa, and Mr. Zungu responds at line 12, Constable Zungu, as I've already said that I never saw them killing him, so that is why I did not want to tell lies or accusing them that I saw them killing him.
Lolo suku lwangezi 8 kuSeptember 2023 waqhubeka ummeli ebuza uZungu noma ebeka kuZungu ethi umangalo lokuqala nowesibili bayaphika ukuthi babe nesandla ekubulaweni kukamufi uSenzo Meiwa. uZungu waphendula ngokuthi njengoba sengishilo ngathi angizange ngibabone bembulala kungako ngingazange ngifune ukukhuluma amanga noma ukuqamba amanga ngibabhece ngecala noma ngibabeka icala lokuthi ngibabonile bembulala.
We put it to that these are the hallmarks of a candid witness who doesn't want to exaggerate but only testifies about his own observations.
Ngikubeka kuwena ke ukuthi lezi izona zinkomba zofakazi obonisa ke ukuba nobuqotho othembekile ongafuni ukuthi engeze ebufakazini bakhe.
No, akusibo buqotho lo phambi kwakho seKatona.
That is not being candid, my lord.
Mina ngokukhunja ukuhlonipha phambi nestatement sikaZungu ngisho ummeli wami ngamtshela ummeli wami statement akusona seqiniso unamanga hlaza cwele.
And I actually, I would say it respectfully, told even my lawyer that the statement of Mr. Zungu, it's not the truth. It's lies only.
Ngoba mina uZungu angimazi isidalo angimazi ngiqala ukumbona mengena lapha ecourt.
I'm saying this because I do not know Zungu at all. I saw him for the first time when he entered in this court.
Uzungu lapha ecourt utshene icourt ukuthi wayesefosolas ngo-2014 ababekhona efosolas abambona bathi ufike ngo-2017 usho ukuthi uzungu akakhuluma iqiniso ukhohlisa lecourt.
Zungu told this court that he arrived at Fosloras during 2014. People who usually saw him at Fosloras said that he arrived there at 2017.
2014 usho njalo yena ecourt malekho efosolas abambonayo bathi ufike khona ngo-2017 naye ehamba nabo.
Those are people who were in his company. They are saying he arrived in Fosloras at 2017.
You agree that that last portion, it's hearsay evidence that must be struck off the record?
Uyavumelana nami ukuthi ke lento ishoyo ukuthi ababembona behamba naye bathi lokho kuyinzwa bethi.
Cha akusinzwa bethu umakhosi okufile ufakazi wabethula la ecourt.
Objection. The state invited this answer from the witness by simply saying Zungu is an open and a candid witness. Those are issues of argument because they go to credibility. This witness has got nothing to do with Zungu's credibility. That actually the court must make a finding on. But because the state saw it fit to introduce that, he's getting this answer. Now that answer is biting him very heavily. He comes around and say, no, but do you agree that that should be scrapped from the records? He who makes the bed must lie on it. He must lie on it. Therefore, there's nothing that is going to be scrapped from the record now because this witness is responding directly to the candidness that has been introduced by the state. He must lie on his.
My Lord, we simply put the proposition that Zungu is candid. He testifies about what he has seen. Now, this witness goes and answers as he does most of the time, answers on questions that haven't been asked. We didn't ask him that the question that which answer he provided, that people who saw him said he only arrived in Fosloras in 2. We didn't ask that question. We therefore submit, my Lord, that there is hearsay that should be struck off the record.
Objection, further, my lord. That is not hearsay. This witness is simply talking about Makosonke and Kwabini. They've testified here at court. That is not hearsay. He's basically referring to that. What is hearsay then? Because they've already testified, they were cross-examined by the very same state that says that is a hearsay. They never said we heard it from somebody else. They say he was lying. That 2014 thing never happened. We only met him in 2017, so that's not hearsay.
Yes.
My Lord, the court has just said that it's one of the most experienced justices in South Africa. The court knows how to receive evidence and how to treat that evidence. It's not for Mr. Bangui to tell this court that evidence should be destroyed. The court knows what to do with that evidence when there's a criticism.
Well, my Lord, we have made our point that there is an answer that Mr. Mtanzi provided on a question that wasn't asked. It's hearsay, and we stand by what we said, that it needs to be struck off the record. He never said he never mentioned the people from whom he heard this, as Mr. Mnisi is suggesting. But as Mr. Ramusipil pointed out, we all know what is hearsay, and we leave it at that.
Ya impikiswano ivuswa ngokuthi ke ile mpendulo ethe laba behamba naye bathe wafika ngo-2017 unamanga ukuthi ufika ngo-2014 wayesethi umshushisi uma uthi laba bahamba nayo kusho ukuthi leyo yinzwa bethi uyasukuma ke ummeli umnisi uthi cha akuyona inzwa bethi umshushiso oyihlokolozile uyena oyihlokolozile le ndaba so uma ihlokolozile umphumela yilona ke uyayithola impendulo bangayibizi ngenzwa bethi ngako ke ummeli kaMangalo lesibili yena uthi hayi inkantolo seyishilo umehluleli ushilo ukuthi uyena onolwazi olubanzi kakhulu ukukhuluma amacala obugebengu njengalo uyayazi inkambiso uyena uzokwazi futhi ukuhlukanisa ukuthi leyo bufakazi buyinzwa bethi lokho bakuyona inzwa bethi uyasukuma ke ubaba umnisi uthi futhi ungashiwo kanjani ukuthi kuyinzwa bethi ngoba labantu akhuluma ngabo umangalelwa uNtanzi usho uMakhosonke noGwabini bafakazile la enkantolo uma befakazile baye baphekwa nangemibuzo kayona inzwa bethi uyasho komshushisi uthi uma kunjalo njengoba esho umnisi ke bekangakasho ukuthi ngobani laba bahamba nabo kodwa manje uma kunjalo sisale siyeka le ndaba yokuthi sithi inzwa bethi uthi ngcono siyeke.
Then at page 31.
Yeah, I make a ruling when I write the judgment because I see we are treating this very lightly. Because sometimes a person may elicit hearsay, then that hearsay becomes admissible. You know the instances.
Yes.
But sometimes, like Mr. Nisi makes a submission that even if it is hearsay, the court must allow it because it was elicited by the states through the questions they were asking. Is that not what you're saying, Mr. Nisi?
I'm saying, my lord, there is no hearsay.
Yeah, fine.
Yes.
I say you're submitting that it is not hearsay because it was elicited by the state, so they must live and lie on the bed they make.
No, my lord. What I'm saying is the answer that the state received has been elicited by the state.
Yes, I
but
hear you.
the answer itself is also not a hearsay. Because those people that have been referred to came here and testified. So Mr. Baloyi is saying Mr. Ntanzi never indicated who those witnesses are. It is, that is very
Yeah,
vague,
he
my lord,
did not
because the court knows that
so-
that is referring to Makosonke and Gwabeni.
No,
But
the-
in the level of what should be done, my lord, hearsay, whether it is elicited or not elicited, hearsay in its nature is inadmissible.
yes.
Whether rightfully or wrongfully,
That's it.
it should be expunged from the record. my lord.
Yes.
But the answer that this witness gave here is not hearsay.
But his answer is what? He's talking about people say. He doesn't mention the name of the people.
It's obvious, my lord.
What's obvious?
Who came to testify about what
No,
Zulu
that's
said?
not obvious. It's not Makosonke and
And Gwabeni,
Ngobeni said. He says people who go around with him say.
let the state ask that question, my lord. Or we'll
No,
take
he
it
said
up on
that.
re-
Hello, just
we'll-
play the record.
we'll
That's what
take
he
it up on
says.
re-exam, my lord.
That's what he says.
Yes, he will take it up on re-exam.
Abantu abahamba naye basho njalo.
Yes.
I listen.
Who are those people?
That's the point.
Exactly.
But you are saying it is Gwabeni and Makosonke.
Because it is so obvious, my
And
lord,
it
that
is not on
be
record as
mentioned.
obvious as you say it is obvious.
But my lord,
Okay, can we-
we actually don't need to argue this because it is so obvious that it need not be mentioned that who those people are. It is ngesizulu bathi
No, this
sobala
court,
ubani, angazi-ke
I can infer obviousness when it is not uttered by a witness.
Okay, thank you, my lord. Thank you.
There's no law like that.
Thank you, my lord.
Yeah. Obvious. Yes, sir.
Scott, please, my lord.
hayi indaba besekutheni madoda manje ukuthi uma kuthiwa ummeli umathi kusobala ukuthi ngobani labantu abesho bona uma ethi abehamba naye ummeli ukuthi kusobala ukuthi uMakhosonke noGwabeni inkantolo cha angeke ngithathe leso sincomo sokuthi ngithi ubani nobani ngoba akakabasho ukuthi ngobani. uma singayeka lapho vele yinzwa bethi.
Then proceeding with the evidence of Constable Sizwe Zungu at page 31, line 12, testified as follows. It was then the following day, I think it was the Tuesday, in one of the newspapers, I looked at the pictures that were there, and as I read it, I saw that it was alleged, or it was said that there were two suspects that came in. The other one was wearing something black. The other one had dreadlocks.
Ake sibheke impendulo kaZungu ke ngomhla ka7 kuSeptember 2023 ekhasini 31 lenkulumo ebhalwe phansi ithathelwa kuleyo eyayirekhodiwe. Ithi ke kaZungu kwakusuku olulandelayo uma ngicabanga kwakuLwesibili kwelinye lamaphephandaba ngabheka izithombe ezazikulo ngase ngiyafunda futhi ngabona ukuthi kuthiwa kwakukhona abasolwa ababili abangena, omunye wayegcoke okuthize okumnyama, omunye wayenezinwele zama dreadlocks.
Then at line 19, Mr. Zungu, thereafter it then came back to me that I saw these people. I then once again did not take it seriously. I just thought that it is just something that I saw, it is just past.
Ku line number 19 kuyo lenkulumo ebhalwe phansi kaZungu ithi emva kwalokho kwase kuyabuya kimina ukuthi ngibabonile labantu, kodwa ke angizange ngiyithathe njengento eserious. Ngathatha ukuthi nje kwakuyinto nje engiyibonile yadlula.
We then asked him to elaborate, so that I see counsel is trying to bring something to attention.
Hello.
We then asked him to elaborate, then Constable Zungu with the last sentence. I'm referring to the newspaper as I was looking at the newspaper, and there were also pictures at the bottom, photos at the bottom. I remember Mafika was wearing a black hoodie.
Ngase ngiyamcela ke mina mshushisi ukuthi ake wenabe uchaze weZungu. Wathi hayi ngikhuluma ngephephandaba ukuthi ngithe uma ngilibheka lelo phephandaba, uma ngibheka izithombe ezazikhona ngenzansi, izithombe ezingenzansi, waphinda washo njalo futhi, ngakhumbula uMafika ukuthi wayegcoke ihoodie emnyama.
Koze kantolo mina ngizange ngibe noZungu.
My Lord, I had never been in the company of Zungu.
Ngoba namanje nje angimazi nokuthi ngizwe sengizwe kodwa uzala ubaba wazi uZungu angimazi.
I just heard at court that he is born by his father is a Zungu.
Okunye ke masikhuluma ngephephandaba lezi ithombe ezayivele kuyiphephandaba lezi eziphambi kwecourt yizo lezi mhlambe ufuna ukwazi nje.
And further, if a newspaper is being referred to here and photos that were on that newspaper,
Yes,
are they referring to Exhibit BB?
BB, yes, Exhibit BB.
Yizo lezi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cha. Ngokukhulu ukuhlonipha inkosi enkantolo. Esami isithombe sikho la.
With all due respect, my Lord, a picture of mine is not among these ones.
Namanje ngiphambi kwecourt uswayina nginawo. Namanje ngiphambi kwecourt uswayina nginawo.
Uswine.
Yeah.
You know swine.
Uswayini lento la.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lamatevala. Dentshebe.
ya le ephuma nansi.
Even right now, I'm saying this before the court. I do not have this type of a beard. The witness points on BB, the hair that is grown just above the chin.
Siphinde 2014 ngangena Jebe.
And furthermore, I'll repeat that during 2014, I had no beard.
Sikhona isithombe sami lapha ecourt esikhombisa sa 2013. Uma ungasifaka la ecourt isibuka uzobona ukuthi ngangena Jebe anginaniki ebusweni.
There is a photo of mine right here in court, a 2013 photo. If you can show it here, it will depict that I did not have any beard.
Siqhathanise ngoba lapha ecourt iqhunywa ngokuqhathanisa. Siqhathanise ke lesi sithombe lesi nesithombe sami ukuthi into eyodwana.
Then we can compare the picture depicted on Exhibit BB and that 2013 picture of mine and see if they are similar or not.
We just want to show you the exhibits that serve before this court, Exhibit BB and Exhibit DD4A.
Ifuna ukukhombisa ke lesi thombe sokhombisa sona lesi seseyisona lesi
Yeah.
sika
Yes.
BB.
We will start with this tomorrow, Malato 6, almost
Sizoqala ngako kusasa.
time
Leyo
for
ndaba
the
sizoqala
end of
ngalo
this
kusasa.
normal sitting.
Okay.
Can we adjourn until tomorrow?